In this video, we're going to be having a look at Kadena right now, currently making a bounce off the support. As you guys can see, we had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and of course, if we go back to some history, we had 4 touches. The question is where are we going in the near future? By the way, guys, I still hold all my Kadenas 100%. I still love KDA. KDA is here to stay in my opinion. And if you guys saw my video a few days ago, I mentioned that Kadena was in my top 3 altcoins to accumulate in this bear market. Of course, low cap altcoins under $500 million. So diving into Kadena right now, traded at $1.48, up 1.2%. Of course, on TradingView, we are up 2% right here, as you guys can see. Market cap under $300 million. This is the time to buy Kadena. Not financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence. But this is a very, very low market cap coin, backed by JP Morgan blockchain leading founders essentially. So circulating supply is $198 million. Volume is quite low. I think it could be a little bit higher, but of course we are in a bear market, guys. And the reason why I've been talking about Luna, not to take the spot away from Kadena, is because Luna has essentially been popping, and it's been absolutely the only interesting coin in this bear market. Everything else has been bleeding. Everything else has been quite boring. And of course, Lunk, why not make videos? So going back to Kadena real quick, ranked 109. So we did decrease a little bit since the last time I made this video. Of course, 283,000 people on the watch list. I haven't not sold one Kadena, guys. I just want to make it out there and point it out there. Having a look at some technical analysis real quick. Where can we go on Kadena? Where are we going in the near future? Well, if you guys saw my video the other day on the top 3 altcoins, I mentioned that we were in this zone right here. As you guys can see, we were consolidating very, very, very lightly inside a consolidation phase. So of course, inside this green lines, we had a nice little red consolidation phase happening right now. And of course, we came down all the way to support and retesting. The question is, are we going to have just a retest at this resistance before coming back down for the last leg? Or are we going to continue to the upside? Well, that's really going to depend on Bitcoin, because right now, Kadena and all the altcoins, except for Luna, have been following Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin does, altcoins do, right? So as you guys can see on the right side of my screen, Bitcoin has been pumping. So as you guys can see, everything else has been pumping as well. So there's nothing too crazy, nothing too much to see over here. I mean, this is not anything new, right? This is pretty old. Having a look at some of the exponential moving average real quick, you guys know that the exponential moving average are very, very successful. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, we've been trending quite aggressively on the exponential moving average. As you guys can see, ever since we broke below the EMA ribbons on August 14, 2022, we essentially came back and it has been a resistance. The EMA ribbon, we haven't been able to essentially break above the exponential moving average. It's been very, very hard. Now, what we're doing, we're coming back up, retesting the EMA ribbon. The question is, how hard are we going to retest it? Are we going to break above this region? Are we going to continue to the upside? Are we going to get rejected and come back down and maybe consolidate between this resistance and this support? We're going to have to see, because if we do break this level right here, we're going to see some more downwards action. Now, if I have a look and remove the exponential moving average and I have a look on the bigger time frames, let's have a look on the weekly time frames real quick. We can see that the next level for Kadena essentially would be approximately right here, anywhere between 75 to 80 cents. So if I zoom in real quick, let me zoom in. Right here, anywhere between 70 cents to 94 cents. This would be the next area for Kadena if we do break this level. We could have potentially a free fall all the way to these levels. Does that mean I will be selling my KDAs? Absolutely not. I will not be selling Kadena whatsoever. I will keep buying and keep accumulating. Of course, if this falls, we could go to as low as 31. Let's do some math real quick, okay? Because a lot of people are freaking out. A lot of people are saying, "Those, you don't make Kadena videos anymore." And I'm still here. I didn't cheat and I didn't sell one KDA. So having a look at Kadena, let's have a look at some math. $1,000 divided by assuming it goes down to 85 cents, which I think is very doable. That's 1,176 Kadenas. That is equivalent, if you would have bought at the all-time high, to $32,000. So if you invest Kadena right now, $1,000, it's like investing $32,000. And I think this is a mentality that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people don't realize what they could essentially get. Now, assuming you keep accumulating KDAs throughout the month, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 right here, guys, that could be over $100,000 worth in the future. And a lot, I know Ryan Mata had a little bit of a FUD video, and I do like him. I love Ryan, but he did end up taking the video down. and it's important not to be scared. I mean, I do sort of agree of what he was saying. I just don't think it was necessary to essentially put the video out there and FUD it a little bit. But I do agree 100% with what he was saying. I mean, there won't be any use case on KDA if you know, people keep accepting Ethereum and whatnot. But it's important not to essentially FUD and essentially make big titles, because that could cause a huge panic sell essentially. So this is very quick on Kadena. Let's have a look at the shorter time frames real quick. We are having this nice little increase wave that's happening right now, as you guys can see. Of course, this is a nice little resistance right here sitting at 1.5. Are we going to break that resistance, or are we going to come back down? This is a very short resistance. It meets with this one right here. If we do break this level right here, we're most likely going to come back up and retest this area right here, which is a very strong resistance level. We've been consolidating. We got 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4, and then 5. So we got 5 hits around this area right here sitting at 1.52 and 1.53. But if you guys are a Kadena believer and you are a true Bitcoin or crypto believer, you want to accumulate as much crypto as possible at these low levels. So being at these low levels is not necessarily bad. I mean, guys, Kadena was at $28. This can easily 30, 40, 50, 60, even 70, even 80x in 2024, 2025. So we're going to have to see where this goes. Of course, all eyes are on Bitcoin, guys. If you guys remember my triangle yesterday on BTC, I did mention that Bitcoin was in this nice little triangle and that we were going to essentially break down. And this is exactly what is happening. We broke down. And for those of you guys who don't know what the target is, you would essentially take this like that and then put it at the breakout and boom. Well, if you make it more straight, boom. It meets up exactly at this resistance or support region right here. So if I actually zoom out, we know that this is a very important support region. Now the thing is, the big question is, are we going to close? Is Bitcoin going to close above or below this level? Because if we do close below this level, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next. Are we going to have that final leg to $12,000? If you guys remember my Elliott wave pattern on Bitcoin, I did mention that we were in an Elliott wave pattern right here, and that the Elliott wave pattern consists of 5 waves. Now we know the 5th wave can be bigger than the 4th wave, and this is exactly what is happening right now. So the bottom of Bitcoin should be approximately around $14,000 to $12,000, even $9,000, anywhere around this region in my opinion. But we're gonna really have to see how this whole market goes on. Of course, we got interest rate coming out later this month, so it's also gonna be interesting, guys. And that's about it. If you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace out, love you guys, and stay safe out there. Make sure you drink water, make sure you eat your food, don't stay in front of the screen all day, do your push-ups, and I'll see you guys in my next video tomorrow.